have the 50s, they are still going back to the university to earn another degree because they believe they have done the wrong. It is not. It is not. It's not like you did the wrong degree. You did the right degree, but that is how life is. So if you need to go back and you start doing other masters in something else, unasikia mtu akikwambia, I was in education, but right now I'm doing business administration. You know, I was in marketing, right now I'm doing finance. Because they think that is what will change their circumstances. That is not, you know. So you realize that those are some of the questions I used to ask myself. But one of the things is I realized that we desire and we work for specific things. And one of the things what we work most is peace of mind. We don't work for anything you are thinking about. We work for peace of mind. And for you to be able to have a peace of mind, you need to be able to have an income, to have a lifestyle whereby you'll be able to have more time, you'll be able to travel, you'll be able to drive a car of your choice. And at the same time, you need to be able to have some bit of financial independence. That means that you'll have some extra cash, you'll be debt free, there is some option for you to be able to save for the future. At the same time, you can be able to work from home, embracing the new system of working. I don't want to be able to wake up and I find myself I need to report somewhere in Mombasa Road, to be able to report somewhere in Westland. I don't want that kind of a scenario. So you realize that you need to be able to work from your home, be your own boss so that you can be able to call the shots and be in a position to help as many people as possible. At the same time, you need some bit of success. So what does that mean? Something which you are going to do to give you some bit of fulfillment. We also need some recognition and at the same time to acquire more each and every single day. We also need to have good health. So we need to live better and at the same time to embrace a healthy way of living. Don't be the kind of a person. The reason why you find that yesterday there was just a very shocking article. And the reason why these supermarkets are making a boom is because we don't have time for ourselves. We are in our offices and we have just been given 30 minutes window for you to go and grab something and eat. So they have already capitalized on that because they know definitely you will come. They know definitely you will come. So one of the things is you need to be able to look to be in a position whereby you'll be able to live a healthier life, to be able to choose what you want to eat, not something which you are forced to eat. So when you talk about that, you realize that when we talk about Kenya, we need to look at how an ideal household can be able to live. And you realize that in Kenya, if we were to talk about a house, owning your own house, even if it's somewhere in Kitengela, in Juja, in all those places, we are talking about a house which will be able to cost you 10 to 15 million. And that will be able, you will be able to save something like around 130,000 every month. We need some medical insurance. We realize that insurance right now is very key in our country. We talk about school fee. If you have 3 kids, you'll be able to save 30,000 every month. So we are talking about 100,000 every month. That is what we need to put aside. We talk about something like a holiday. We talk about a car. Days are gone whereby people used to work in the ministry. When people were working, when our parents were working in the ministry, they used to operate one car because all of them they are working at Sharia house. But nowadays, what is happening is you realize that yourself you are working where? You are working in Westlands, your husband is working in Mombasa. So there is no way you are going to use the same car. Then you talk about housing expenses, and everybody can testify that every weekend, after every 2 weeks, if you go to a supermarket, you'll not be able to spend something less than 10,000. If you have a family of 3-4 people in the house, you'll not be able to spend anything less than 10,000. So anytime you walk in that shop, in that supermarket, you find that you are spending money. So let's say like you shop twice a week, twice a month, that is something like 15,000. Because remember, you want to buy quality vegetables, you want to buy a good piece of meat. You want to be able to go to that chicken vendor and you don't want to go somewhere and you just beat on easy. You are not sure. You know, you need to connect to the source. So you realize that for you to be able to get something quality for your family, you need also to satisfy something extra. So we are looking on how we can be able to raise something like 380,000 on a monthly basis so that you can be able to live comfortably in this city of Nairobi. So what is going to happen? You realize that with 400,000 we'll be okay. So how will we be able to raise this 400? And today we are going to show you on how way or how you can be able to raise 300 or 400,000 on a monthly basis. But we want to embrace the network marketing system. Why would we do that? So what is network marketing? Network marketing, number one, we want to visit the retailing system, the one we know. Originally, what used to happen is anything you need to buy, number one is grown. After it's grown, it's taken to the manufacturer, which is converted to be a product. From there, it's taken to the wholesaler. From the wholesaler to a retailer, and then to a consumer. You realize that in all these processes, there is something which is being added. everybody will have some bit of cost so that they can be able to get something from the processing that have already been done and the work which has been done. So at the end of the day, everything is paid by consumer, who is me and you. So, who is me and you. So when you look at that, you realize that we come into network marketing and we want to embrace that system and be able to introduce the system of network marketing. They tell you it will be able to introduce two ways of getting an income. There is the direct selling and there is the network marketing system. So what does that guarantee you? It tells you you come in here, this is you come and partner with a company. And when you partner with that company, you can be able to go and sell direct to your friends. So when you sell direct to your friends, what is going to happen is you'll be able to enjoy some richer profits. But at the same time, you can be able to introduce your friend and your friend will want to partner with that kind of a company which you have already partnered with. And courtesy that, your friend will go ahead and bring other team members and they will also be able to establish their own clientele. So when you look at this, you realize that everybody will be making money out of this thing, but when you look at that, you realize that within a very short time, you can be able to spread your business across the globe. What does that mean? Today you have come into this business, you have identified your friend who is in Kakamega, another one who is in Kisumu, another one in Eldoret, another one in Moyale, another one in Dubai. By the time you realize that they've been able to spread the business, and you hear that I have a cousin who's staying in Canada, I have somebody who is staying in the US, I have somebody who is staying in South Africa, I have a friend who is staying in, where? In Tanzania, not far. But you realize that your business will be able to grow all over in the world. Courtesy this kind of a scenario, you realize that you can be able to build an international business. So what are the benefits of doing this kind of a business? The first thing, you'll be able to save time. You don't need to go to Kakamega, you don't need to go to Mombasa, you don't need to go to Dubai for you to be able to train those people. So you'll be able to save time, but at the same time, you'll be able to create serious relationships. The reason why this happens is because when you go to Kisumu, there is somebody who is on the ground. And when they were on the ground, they are being told, who is your upline in Nairobi? They will say Linda. So Linda lands in Kisumu, and when she reaches at the warehouse, people are saying, you know, this is Linda. And they will come and start saying, hi, Linda, you know I'm in your team. My name is Marian. So you are creating serious relations on the ground. Do you think when you are in Kisumu, you can go hungry? They will show you a good hotel, they will show you a good restaurant, they will show you other new people. If even you had gone to Kisumu because of other things, they will always show you how you can be served because you are friends on the ground. So you realize that you establish good relationship, and courtesy that you also get some money. Who wants some money? So you realize that we network for
money.
So courtesy that you realize that is a simple proven system each one of us can be able to do. Why? Because you have a friend, you have a relative, you have a neighbor who you can be able to partner with. So when it comes to Forever, we tell you very well, welcome to network marketing, and it's a viable plan B. Why? Because you can be able to do it part-time, you can be able to work from home. It has a low startup cost, and at the same time, there is no employees required. Any person here who has a baby knows our house girl can be properly terrorized. That is an example of an employee. Anybody who feels that? She can decide you have already dressed up very nicely, you are coming to the insurance plaza, and she says, by the way, everything stands still. No, that's how they call shots. That is an employee for you. No experience required. So when you look at that, you realize there is something each one of us can be able to do. So we don't need any experience. So when we talk about network marketing, we would like to introduce you to one of the amazing companies, and that company is none other than Forever Living Product.
Oh yes.
Anybody has seen Brian? I need Brian here very shortly. So what happened? Who is Forever? What do we do and how do we do it? We do very simple things. The first thing is, who is Forever? Forever is a company which was founded way back in 1978 by a guy called Rex Moore. And when he was creating this company, he wanted to partner with ordinary people like me and you and transform our lives with the power of Halo. So when you talk about Forever Living, you realize that no wonder you can see halos everywhere. So we work with the power of Halo. At the same time, we appointed a management committee which has been there since inception. And when you talk about that, they have been able to spread the vision of the founder all over in the globe. At the same time, we are the world's largest Halo company. So when we talk about what we do, and I know one of the things what has really happened is, as you were walking in, if you are a guest, I know maybe your of us are you the aloe vera people, yes we are, we are testifying to that. We are financially stable and we are debt-free. And the reason why we say this very keen is because many of us, when you come here and you are guests, you are told signing up in Forever is absolutely free. The reason why we tell you it's absolutely free is because we are debt-free. The platform has already been created for you to come and partner with a company and just change your life. At the same time, we have been able to enjoy global success in over 158 countries. Right now, we have just come back from Stockholm. We are talking about 165 countries, and that is amazing. On top of that, we are environmentally responsible. That is something you also need to note very keenly. And that is something you need to note very keenly. On top of that, we are also socially responsible. Whatever we make, we don't use all of it ourselves. We also help the needy in the society. And we have been able to enjoy global continuous success. So when we talk about that, we realize that it's each one of us to be able to look at how we have been able to grow, because we are growing from strength to strength. And that is a plus for us. Sawa is a plus for us. And then we talk about the distributors across the globe. So what do we do? What do we do as distributors? So one of the things is what we do, we grow, we process, and we manufacture. That is something we need to note. I think we'll be able to know this video for now, because I don't know what happened to the system, it's not going on. So you've just seen the video about plantation in Dominican Republic. But we also research and develop our own products. And I would like to see the manufacturing processing plant in
I'm Jim Bogus, manufacturing manager for Albert Marian. I am responsible for the compounding or blending of the products as well as the packaging. We work together with engineering companies to design this custom packaging and blending equipment, and it was a $5.5 to $6 million investment. Is willing to make such a sizable investment because they want to be here for the next 30 years, they want to be here for the next 100 years, making the highest quality, safest, most efficient product possible. Our distributors can be confident that we have the highest state-of-the-art equipment for their products. FOP is going to redefine the industry. As we're doing it now, we're always moving forward, so we're succeeding.
In the industry, you have already seen our processing plant. That tells you very well we have support on the ground. And if you are here and you are wondering whether we'll be around for the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 100 years, they have already assured you. So we produce the world finest, so we control from plant to product to you. So everything is done by Forever Living. So we are setting the standard in the industry because many of the products you'll be able to see if you are guests, you find that we are already training in the industry and we have been able to live. Products like things like the Haji Plus, something like the C9, which is our weight management program, we are leading. So how do we find ourselves in the global market? I know you are here and you are looking at all these people and you are saying, how do I find myself in the market? And it's very simple. We tell you very well, in the global market, there is over 4.6 billion, which is being turned globally when we talk about the kind of market we are holding. So when you talk about that, you need to find your niche in that. And just to show you a few, one of the things is the personal care products. Today, by the end of the day, the trading on the ground will be over $315 billion globally. So it tells you that in Kenya, even we have not scratched the surface, because we will not be able to come close to this. At the same time, we talk about the weight management, which is training, and in our country is one of the best. But we have there is on the ground we'll be able to train something like 586 billion US globally. So when you talk about that, you find that in Kenya we have not even scratched the surface. We are yet to do even close to this. At the same time, we talk about the nutritional supplement. And when we talk about nutritional supplement, that is around 194 billion globally being transmitted every single day. And that is the kind of market which we are holding. But one of the things is the reason why we have very big conviction about what we are doing and where we are going is because there is a guy called Dr. Linus Pauling, and he declared nearly all diseases can be traced to a nutritional deficiency. And yesterday, I know you watched that article, and you are already aware of what is happening on the ground. The reason why now we are having all these complications day in, day out. Anybody who watched Nation yesterday? That is the article I'm talking about. If you have not, go online and just watch that video. You'll be able to understand. The doctor of the future will not give drugs. Good nutrition is the medicine of the future. So let your food be your medicine. So you need to choose the kind of food you eat and every single day. You need to be aware of what you are consuming. That was that. That is something you need to know. So when you come into a business, you choose your path to success. And we tell you very well, come in here, use these products because they are beautiful, and share the benefits of those products. From there, you build a small team, and the small team, you go out there and continue building the leaders. So where do we start? We start by using the products and understanding them. When you understand these products, let's say like you were to do something like a toothpaste, you were to do something like aloe vera, you realize that you'll be able to understand the benefits of that aloe vera. Then you share them. As you are sharing the benefits, you'll be able to get some customers, and out of those customers, you'll be able to get some profit. So you let's say like you establish 15 to 20 customers. Can you see that you can be able to raise something like 25 to 40,000 on a monthly basis? Those are only profits on a daily basis which you make. Then we go to, you start building a team. So you start duplicating yourself to what you have been doing. If you have been drinking aloe vera, you drink aloe vera, you bring your friend here, you show them how they can be able to consume these products, and then they talk about the benefits. Can you see that you start building a small team? They come, they use the products, and they start sharing. Can you see that you build a team? If you were to build a team of 15 to 20 people, you will be able roughly to become a manager. And a manager is somebody who is doing more than 100,000 to more than 250,000 on a monthly basis. Remember the profit ziko kando. So on a monthly basis, you can be able to make about 200,000 on a monthly basis as a bonus, and something like even 50,000 as a profit. That is a good amount. Then you start building a large team, because imagine if you have realized the way we work in life. If I come in here and I raise, let's say like I sell a product today and I go home with 2,000 shillings, I will reach home and I will talk to my sister and I show her how I created that, how I managed to get 2,000 shillings in a day. So you realize that you keep on duplicating yourself. So once you build your business and you become a manager, you start duplicating yourself to other managers. And get to see that you start building a large team. And the large team, you realize that you start building a team of leaders, and get to see that you can be able even to do more than 200,000 to over even 2.5 million. This is something which you can be able to do. When we talk about these figures, they are very researched, and you realize that each one of us can be able to reach these levels. So what happens? How do we grow in this business? We start with a very simple way. You come in here, the person who invited you here will log you into the system and you become a distributor. So when you become a distributor, you start to enjoy 15% discount. Let us see that kind of a scenario. They tell you, once you purchase products worth 50,000 within a period of 2 months, you get a promotion and you will be called an assistant supervisor. That time you can be able to enjoy profits each and every single day. But you can be able to go with even a bonus of 15 to 30,000 each and every single month. Then you can grow. Can you see what you are doing together with your friends? You get a promotion and you become a supervisor. And a supervisor is somebody who is enjoying 38% discount. And can you see that they have a team they are commanding, so they can go home with over 40,000, 50,000 on a monthly basis. The work they are doing together with their friends promotes them to a next level, and they become an assistant manager. They start enjoying 43% discount, and at the same time they can be able to go home with a bonus of more than 80,000 on a monthly basis. Then you become a manager, and a manager is somebody who is doing 48% discount on everything they buy. But on top of that, they can be able to go home with a bonus of more than 150,000, courtesy the team they are building. And you realize that this is just the starting point. So what happens after manager? You can be able to grow to a senior manager, to a soaring manager, to a sapphire manager, to a diamond sapphire, to a diamond manager. In all these levels, there is serious income you are building. So it is you to continue building your business and touching lives each and every single day. But on top of that, There is also something else which you are told will be able to come along. There is something we call a royalty income. A royalty income is an income which you will continue getting because you have already been able to develop leaders. So what is going to happen is this is you have already become a manager. You are enjoying your 48% discount and with an income of more than 150,000. So what happens is the following month, a friend you had brought into the business called Florence will also be able to become a manager. She will be able to go home with a 150,000, but you realize that courtesy that you'll be able to enjoy 6% of our business volume, and that is something like around 130,000. Then Florence sees that and decides, oh, I can be able also to do this. I can introduce Moses, who is also my friend, into the business. And can you see that kind of a scenario? Moses becomes a manager. He will go home with his 150,000, but because Moses in your team, you'll be able to get 3% of Moses' business volume, and that is something like 3%. So when that happens, you realize that you'll be able to go home with something like 70,000 Kenya shillings on top of your bonus. But Moses also brings somebody like Joe. Joe becomes a manager. He may be all the way in Dubai, maybe also in the US. You have never even met him. But can you see that kind of a scenario? You'll be able to get 2% of Joe's business volume, and that will give you something like 40,000. Can you see this kind of a scenario? You can be able to raise a royalty income of more than 240,000 plus your 150, you're going home with around 390,000. In the start, we said we are looking forward to be able to raise 380,000 to 400,000. So when I show you and I tell you by you developing something like this, you'll be able to get 390. I want to assure you, the presentation, the income which we are talking about for you to be able to raise an income of 400,000, we are already home and dry. So how long does it take? It can take 1 year, it can take 2 years, it can get 3 years. It depends on your speed. So yes. Then you can also get other incentives in Forever. They tell you they will give you an incentive called Forever to Trade. They'll be able to deposit 40 to 80,000 every month into your account so that you can, on top of the 390. So when you look at that, there are some people who have been able to enjoy that incentive. Personally, I've been into the incentive since July 2011. So I drive a Mercedes S550 and I also have a Land Cruiser V8. I've also been able to touch lives. I've been able to introduce my sister Christine. She's driving a Harrier and she also have a Land Cruiser right now, a V8. Then we talk about Jacinta. Jacinta is my niece. I brought her into the business and get to see that she's driving a CRV Honda. That is the incentive. We talk about somebody like Mumbi also in my team. She's driving a C200. We talk about Rhoda. And Rhoda also in my team. She's driving a Audi. It's a Audi F4, not Q7. You know, that's what it's, you know. And then we talk about Prexy. Prexy is the one who introduced me to the business, and she also driving a Mercedes. Then we talk about Berlina. Berlina is the girl who was helping to set me the system, give her a special hand. Wow. We talk about my niece, can you see that she's driving a BMW? We talk about somebody like Aloysius, and Aloysius is one of my team members, is driving, that is a Mark II. When I put this, the reason why I put this slide together is because these guys have been able to do the business through the social media. And then we talk about Peter all the way in Mombasa, and he's driving a BMW. Then we talk about another incentive we call the Chairman's Bonus Incentive. This is an incentive each one of us can be able to enjoy. And when you look at this, you realize that at the end of the year, what they do is they pay all the expenses, and the money which remains they put in a pool and distribute to the distributors. And that is what we have been able to share. Let's make a video. the things is that we have been able to go on the ground and we have come back with money. That is me in 2014. I came back with around 400,000. In 2016, I came back home with 450,000. We have just come back from Stockholm and we came back with 2 million.
Oh, yes. Wow. Wow.
Don't worry, the presentation I'm showing you is not updated. We picked up presentation for us. So we have someone like Elizabeth Kasioki who has come back home with around 450,000. We have Bernard and Prexy. Bernard and Prexy, they have come back home with around 200, that is 2.5 million. We have Josephine and Simon Wendekeli, the guys who brought the business back here in Kenya, and that is around 11 million. We have the top distributor in East Africa, that is Enos, around 31 million. We also talk about the top distributor in Africa, and then we call them brothers, and that is around 71 million. We talk about the top tech across the globe, that is 1.3 million, that is 130 million. But we have come back from Stockholm, and from Stockholm we have somebody like Mumbi who brought 500,000, give us a special hand. We also have Rhoda came back with 500,000.
Wow.
We talk about Christine who came back with around almost 1 million. She could have been asked for 20,000 to become 1 million, give her a special hand. We talk about Jacinta who came back with 1.1 million, give her a special hand. Then we have myself, I came with 2 million, and Bernard and First came with 2.4 million.
Wow. Wow.
The top check has already been rewritten, and right now it's standing at 154 million, still on Rocket. Give him a special hand.
Wow.
Rocket is one of the top distributors, is the top network marketing handler. When you talk about all networks, zile zote unaisikia. So when you go and write the top network marketing handler, the person will be able to come on the side is Rocket, and he has built his business with what we are showing you today. So if you are a distributor and you were just passed by to come and listen, I've been told so many network marketing companies by my friends, wacha nipitie hii hata leo nisikize. I will assure you, if you go and Google, you will find that the top network marketing handler is a guy called Rocky, and he has built the business with what we are showing you today.
Yeah.
So on top of that, we tell you very well, you'll also be able to enjoy global travel. They will be able to pay for you everything. They will give you 2 tickets, everything paid for. And when you reach on the ground, they will give you spending money. This is something personally I never believed it can be able to happen to me. But my first year, that was in 2012, I found myself in South Africa, that was in Sun City. 2013, I was in Hawaii in the USA, and in Sardinia. From there, we went to London, that was in 2014, and in Lake Tahoe. Then from there, we went to Singapore, we went to Cancun. From there, we went to South Africa, again, that was Johannesburg, then Greece, Dubai, and then rocking the boat. We went to Dallas, and then to Phoenix. Right now, we have come back from Stockholm, and then there will be Pattaya and Dallas once again. But right now, we are preparing ourselves to go where? We are preparing ourselves to Sydney and Bahamas. That is a place, each one of us, as we are signing up today, we can be participating in those places. So what does it take? It takes you, number one, for you to be able to go into our business, you need to work hard. And many times I say you need to work smart. Then you think big, think outside the box. I know you have been shown so many options, and many times when you look at them, you are like, where do I start? But I want you to think big. Think about how you will be able to grow yourself to the next level. Because many times have you ever heard people saying that I've never been a failure? They have never been a failure because they have not been able to set goals which they cannot be able to meet. So I need you to stretch and give yourself big goals so that you can be able to, if today you were to say, I'm starting this business and I would like to be able to earn, let's say like 200,000. But by the end of December, you find that you're earning 190. Is that not something?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have not hit your 200, but you're at 190. So the following year, you say you want to earn 1 million. Ama you want to earn 500,000. By the time you reach December, you're earning 400,000. Is that not a plus?
It's
so
a plus.
You realize that we need to keep on thinking big and stretching ourselves to the next level. Then we need to get together often. You realize that getting together often together with your team, it didn't start with us. It didn't start with us. I normally say the first network marketing person in the world was Jesus. And when he was going to heaven, he left the disciples where? He didn't tell them everybody should go back to Jerusalem and stay together. So staying together, there is a magic. Sawa. There is a magic. At the same time, be bold. Be bold to tell people what to do. Don't be the kind of a person every time you ask, what is your name? You say Marian and you keep quiet. You're supposed to say, my name is Marian, I'm a network marketing professional with a company called Forever Living. Wanakuuliza ni wewe unauzanga hiyo sine na waambia yes. Naweza kukuletea sahi. Lakini ukinyamaza utajua aje. At the same time, enjoy the product so that even people can be able to, you can be able to understand the products better. You can be able to talk about those products better. At the same time, be consistent in whatever you are doing. Don't be the kind of a person you come from January to February, you are doing this. Next month you go and start doing something else. The following month you start doing something else. Be consistent in whatever you are doing. If you have decided this is the kind of a business I'm going to do, I'll tell you in network marketing you are being told, give yourself 2 to 5 years. Consistently continue building and see the results you are going to get. And I will tell you very well, we have somebody like, you know, on Saturday I was just we were talking to a guy, and guy said when he was told about this business, he was told give it 2 to 5 years. You know, 2 to 3 years you'll be able to see a change. And immediately was eating 3 years, he has become a manager.
Wow.
So you have been able to give yourself 1 to 2 years, 2 to 3 years, and by the time you hit the 3 years, you find yourself earning 200 or 300,000. Is that not a plus?
It's a
so
plus.
Give yourself some time for you to be able to see whether this is a business you can be able to embrace. Personally, when I came in this business, I was told for me to grow my business to the next level, I needed to draw a dream chart. I needed to draw what I wanted. And many times when you come in this business, we are told that by our upline, and you go home and you look at them and you imagine, why would I draw these dreams? They want to know what I'm thinking, you know? But I'll tell you personally, I went on the ground and I did. And the reason why I did this, I wanted my children to go to a good school. At the same time, I wanted to have a holiday each and every single year. I want to work on my my second home. I wanted to drive good cars. I wanted a happy family, and I wanted cash flow. Those are the things which came into my mind. Don't ask me why I came up with these photos, but they have been able to lead me somewhere. They may not be exactly what I wanted, but this is what I wanted, those things. But they may not be a proper representation of how I wanted it to be. But this is how it has turned out to be. Personally, I take my 2 boys to James Cambridge. It's one of the top international schools. Right now, we have acquired Hillcrest, so we are moving to Hillcrest to be Hillcrest James Nairobi. So when you talk about that, that is something I've been able to do. On a monthly basis, I'm paying something like, on a termly basis, I pay something like 1.5 million per term, not higher.
Wow. Wow.
When we talk about holidays, I've been able to go holidays here in Kenya and abroad. That is part of Malaysia and in Dubai somewhere. Together with my family, you can see there we go as family. Yes. Then we talk about cars. I've been able to drive good cars. I have a Mercedes S550. I normally tell people this is a presidential car. It can withstand it, can give you the direction. It has a comfort you can never experience. Because on Saturday we were using the V8 and I was telling the people I was scared. If I'm using the S550, will not fail the banks. So when it yes,
oh yes.
Like no other. So I love the S550, but I also have a Land Cruiser V8. The Land Cruiser V8 is a custom-made car which we went to the factory to build what we wanted, a car of what we wanted to see. Then from there, we have also acquired a holiday home in Mombasa. We have a 3-bedroom house in Mombasa. So when I want to go for holiday, probably if it were not for witches here,
Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord.
Then from there, we are working on our second home on of course in Kembu Road.
Wow.
That is what we are working on.
Wow.
But at the same time, when it comes to this car, I've not been able to remove it from there because I'm still believing I should drive this car. Then what I can tell you as you are seated here, just go for your dreams. Because whatever you decide to do, just go for that. Don't listen to people. If somebody, you know, there are those times you'll come and buy, maybe you are thinking about buying a car, and people will start telling you, don't buy that car, don't do this, don't. You will never rest until you buy it, because that is what you wanted. If you wanted to move to Karen and somebody starts telling you, don't move to Karen, don't do the ABCD, don't do this kind of a home, please go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it, because that is your driving force, that is what drives you. If you want to take your children to a better school, take them to that school. It doesn't matter what people will tell you, because that is what gives you the drive. For me, taking my children to a better school is what gives me the drive to be here each and every single morning. Why? Because I know after every 3 months, I need to produce 1.5.
Yeah.
So it gives me a drive. Maybe I was to take them to another school and then I relax. I be an ordinary manager. I don't want to be an ordinary manager. I want to be an extraordinary manager in Forever.
Oh,
So
yes.
that's not the
Wow.
It's what we call life-changing moment, and it's when you come and you see an opportunity like this one, and you are asking yourself, is it real? Can it work for me? So how many guests do we have in the room? How many guests do we have? If you are a guest of a life. Maybe you are here and you're asking yourself, are these things real? But I will tell you very well, personally, when I came, I was in the same predicament as you are. I was looking at the people and I was saying that these guys are hyping whatever they're saying. These guys are not sure about what they're saying. I've been out here because I've worked for 14 years as an accountant, and I knew the figures of Kenya, how they look like. And then somebody here comes in and starts telling me, you can just drive a car within a period of 1 year, you can start staying a beautiful life. So one of the things is, people have not looked, we have looked at the private sector, but people have not exploited of what network marketing can be able to be done. And that is what is spoken in this room. What is being spoken in this room is not what a salary can do, it's what network marketing can do.
Yes.
On top of that, you identify a mentor, a person who will be able to stretch you so that you can be able to grow each and every single day. And that is my mentor is covenant. But let's look at this.
Our lives are shaped by the decisions we make. Most decisions are of little consequence. Some are big. A few have the power to change our lives forever. We don't always recognize the power of these decisions at the time. It's only when we look back, we're amazed at how our lives can change. Our look, an idea, or simply finding the courage to act. These life-changing decisions define us. They determine how we spend our days, how we earn our living, with whom we work and play. We see others who seem to have more freedom, more time, more control of their lives, and we wonder, could that be me? Could I change the course of my life, the life of my family? Every moment holds new possibilities. Every decision opens new opportunities. When we live with hope and courage, when we open ourselves to the possibility of a better future, we see with new eyes, with clearer vision. And once again, we can be amazed at how our lives can be changed forever in just a moment with a single decision. Are you ready for a change? Is this your moment?
So I tell you, just seize your moment and change your life. Because the decision your decisions determine your destiny. Any person who has already been here knows very well. Whatever you are going to decide is what will lead you to your tomorrow. So the decision you make today, they'll be able to decide for today. They'll be able to form part of your life tomorrow. So it's you to decide properly and be able to start your business. Because when you come here, we have told you signing up is absolutely free. The person who invited you here will just give you a number and you start building your business to the next level. So register, order your starter pack, and just organize for a planning meeting, which all the leaders on the ground are ready to do. You have a booklet we call the first step to manager. It doesn't mean that you need to step up to manager, but what I mean is it guides you on how you can be able to build a stable business to the next level. So to know the road ahead, ask those who are coming back, and I can assure you, if you are guest, the friend who invited you here has come back for you. They have come, they have seen, they have testified, and they have realized that for them to change lives, they need to come back to you. So ask the person who has brought you here, and they will be able to guide you on how you can be able to transform your life to the next level. As I close, I will tell you very well. Personally, I've been in forever. For the last 8 years I've been here, I will tell you very well. I feel forever came and gave me a broad shoulder, which I can be able to stand. And out of those shoulders, I've been able to look ahead, and I've been able to educate my kids. I've been able to drive good cars. I've been able to travel across the globe, things I never imagined. So I can assure you, take the same position. And it doesn't matter what kind of dreams you have. Maybe you have a dream of even owning a family home. Maybe you have a dream of taking your children to a good school. They may not be necessarily something similar to what I have, but what I know, you have a dream. Stand in the shoulders of forever and transform your life. Otherwise, thank you very much. You've been the best audience. That's something I can be able to tell you. Because I never thought I would come to this level. Bring the father with the hitches and minister with the